Okay, welcome to my Times of Law Let's Play. Times of Law is kind of a light RPG action game from, as you can see, 1998 by Origin. Yes, the same guys who made Ultima. Yeah, this isn't as good as Ultima, but it was a game I played when I was young. I didn't get very far, I was totally mystified before I'd been used to really simple, straightforward games, and Neo was an open world to explore. I invariably just ended up dying. So, I'm going to be playing this game blind, from scratch, so I will get lost, will get confused. It's the way it goes. Okay, let's start a new game. In the Kingdom of Elbereth, chaos stirs in the land. 20 years past Velwyn, the High King ended the 10-year war, driving back the invading barbarians. Longing for rest, he departed from the homelands to renew his strength. The king left the lands in the care of his steward, trusted lord of the kingdom. The king never returned as the only child of a woodsman and his wife. We have seen the troubles that the High King's absence has brought upon the weary land. The barbarians are once again pressing hard on the borders as bands break through to Roman pillage. There is internal disunity. The steward tries to keep a semblance of order and harmony, but is unable to command the powers of the High King. The great lords keep their lands and castles, thinking mainly of their own security, refusing to cooperate. Some lords, mainly those who guard the marches, are developing forces of their own. The use of assassins has become common amongst those who desire to settle their grievances. This is a lot of reading. The wizards, the keepers of the old ways, are given to reclusive contemplation. Their appearances are becoming more and more unusual as disorder unfolds. The Archmage, formerly the confidant of the High King, has been unseen for many years and is thought to have secluded himself within a distant tower in another dimension. A new breed of dark priests, seated but practical devotees to their rituals, whose cult resides in the distant mountain vales, have begun spreading their faith steadily throughout the kingdom. You don't see walls of text like this in new games. They're kind of cutscenes. Maybe better writing. Life is slowly changing in Elbereth. The scattered farms are disappearing and the populace has begun to seek the refuge of walled cities and the protection of castles. Only the hardy still abide in isolation of small hamlets. Food has become scarce, craft and commerce are less common. Trade routes now lie along the rivers and by sea. Travel into the interior is uncertain and often dangerous. There is still sea trade with lands to the south and north. Dealings with the homelands have ended. Your family refused to take refuge within the city walls, but sent you to stay with a wealthy but childless uncle in the capital. Eraland, the emerald city of the Elden Conquerors, is the very heart of Elbereth, through which travellers and their stories pass constantly. Recently, new rumours have begun to fly. Some say a mass attack by the barbarians is imminent, and that the wizards and their protection are finally lost. Others speak of strange messages received from the High King and his Archmage, Ariel. Thought the High King was dead. Maybe it hasn't come back. Well, there's going to be politics in this game. What is certain is that the steward has summoned a council to gather the remaining powers of the kingdom before telling Stone, whose keeping is the warden of the northern marches, the tablet of truth held by the southern marcher Lord Hedrick, and the ring of the Archmage. Together it is hoped these magical artifacts can summon back the High King and his medallion of power, the spiritual keystone of the realm and the source of High Kingship. Why don't they just send a letter? Tension rises as the powers and their keepers are slow in arriving. Well-known adventurers are being summoned to undertake risky but well-paying missions. Is that where I come in? Your uncle has just passed on, and eager to prove yourself, you decide to seek adventurous employment and what it will bring. You set out in search of a meeting place where adventurers might hope to be recruited. Aided by your uncle's wealth, you've been free to choose your own life's course and perfect your skills. The moment hath arrived in which you must choose the one who shall bear your fate. Here stand a knight of unfailing courage, a Valkyrie both strong and beautiful, and a barbarian of matchless might. Select the character who shall live in this world in thy name, in times of law. Okay. Wonder what the difference is. Let's pick the knight because he has cool armor. A child of stern, honest discipline taught you well the ways of a knight, and to never stray far from the needs of the common folk, and thus the adventure begins. Whoa, check out that moustache. Magnum P.I. Eat your heart out. Okay, welcome to Times of Law. Call it yeah, and next time we'll start exploring. Okay, bye.